bus can't take this all the way. I got a one-way ticket, your location, and how we got to this place, I'll never know. I got a one-way ticket, tell me now, do you want to go all the way? Do you want to go all the way? Sailing down Ventura Boulevard, heading west to feel the difference. A wildfire burning in the dark is the best metaphor for all of this.
It's Monday. Normally it's not that exciting. But because it's Coffee with Kendall, it means that Monday rocks. Yeah, right? Oh man, it's going to be a great episode. Got a lot to talk about, a lot to share. First of all, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. If you don't live in the States and you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope your Thursday was excellent.
It was excellent.
Right? Right? Dude, what'd you guys do?
I've come to realize that, like, in other countries, the Thanksgiving thing is spreading around. Because we were in Mexico, and a couple of people were like, hey, we're going to do the Thanksgiving dinner. And I'm like, okay, that's new.
We were working.
To celebrate.
No, just to be thankful with the universe.
To be thankful.
Which is good.
You know what? And I like that because the whole Thanksgiving holiday is kind of mired in a whole bunch of crap as well. So it's better just to have it be a Thanksgiving day.
Yeah.
A giving of thanks day. We can even switch it around.
It can be whatever.
Giving of thanks day.
Doesn't need to be holy, just be a day.
Yeah, it doesn't need to have a meaning. It should just be
Thankful.
Everyone being thankful.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Killing, like, Native Americans.
Can I just say this, actually?
Turkeys are fine.
Yeah, turkeys are fine.
Good.
I actually think that we could, and I know this might sound terrible to you guys, but I think we could stop with the whole turkey thing.
I'm not eating meat because of you, dude.
Thank you.
So
I've converted quite a few people.
Are you
Look,
vegetarian?
I am vegetarian.
Since when?
Since like 6 months ago.
Wow. Am I allowed to talk?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, James doesn't know that the guest is supposed to be quiet. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, you can share whatever. It's a community here.
We'll talk about that.
It's like a live audience.
It's like a collective thing. It's like Friends, but better.
But so this is
We have to
funny.
be friends. So watch out.
Because the rest of my family wanted to eat turkey, I actually picked out the one. I was like, let's at least get a small turkey so it's not like a giant waste. And
little animals are
smaller
less,
animal, yeah,
less worthy than larger animals.
Baby ones are much less of a big deal.
Oh my god.
But so my grandma made the turkey, brought it over, and guys, I did not have any. I had what I made, which was the zucchini eggplant special.
That's great.
And then lots of cheese. That's the benefit of being a vegetarian is you can still eat cheese.
Cheese is terrible for you.
Yes. Yes.
Vegan is super hard, dude. I mean, like, it's like cashew cheese, you know? Like,
vegan is strange. It's like hummus.
Yeah, I think being a vegetarian is super hard too. I'm not arguing with any of this.
yeah, I think James is just not in.
He's like,
I'm not in.
do you want to go vegetarian with us?
Are you vegetarian too? Has he converted you guys?
No, I haven't eaten meat for the last month.
We're month-long vegetarians here. We're trying to convert the world. Wow.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Wow.
One person at a time.
I miss it.
But let's I don't want to get off topic too much because I want to get to article of the day, which is something that I found to be really interesting. So with all of the new energy efficient LED bulbs,
is that a thing?
Yes, energy efficient LED bulbs. People are feeling encouraged to use more light, especially right there. Exactly. Here's the article. And this is from Nat Geo. So people are encouraged to use more light, in their front yards, and then they're putting more lamps up in public spaces, which is great for everyone when it comes to running around and seeing each other at night. But the problem with this LED thing is LED bulbs put off blue light, which is bad for the circadian rhythms of not only us, but for the birds living in the trees.
Look at the difference.
Look at the difference. So it looks like there's less light, but it's just blue light. Right? There's actually more lights in the one on the right. And the one on the left, as much as it might have been wasting energy, which is not a good thing either. I'm not encouraging that. It's just it's ruining. Now, 60% of animals are nocturnal, so this totally messes with.
Are you?
Yeah, 60% of non-human animals are nocturnal.
Sometimes I'm nocturnal.
Yeah,
I'm super
it
nocturnal.
depends on the night and how many drinks.
Drink? You drink?
I drink.
I thought you were vegetarian, dude.
Wine falls under vegetables.
Yeah, he eats cheese and
And
he drinks,
fruit.
but he's
You know
vegetarian.
tequila's made from steak? That's not
Steak?
Yeah, I was like, that's sad.
Tequila's
Maybe mezcal.
actually super big, but
Anyway, so here's my thought about this, and I think that there's a way to figure this out. It's maybe light in public spaces that are super important, and maybe cutting out, like, for instance, my front yard, not super important to have a bunch of lights in there. I don't need to, like, make it look like it's the Grand Palace here. It's not like, check out all my lights. They're all here, right? I would rather have those be off and actually have timed lights or motion sensor lights. I think is a great way to, like, if you're walking in your property, they go on, and then when you go inside, they go off.
So what do you think about Sia?
About Sia?
Yeah, but Sandy Lear. Like, is she promoting, like, the use of...
Wow.
It took me a second there. Charlie the Cholo is on one today. It's because I made him an Americano. First
I haven't
thing.
slept, like, in a month.
He drove up from Tijuana last night,
Yeah?
and
You're delusional. That's why you're going
he's delusional.
Delusional.
That's why you're going vegetarian.
Yeah.
I've forgotten how great meat tastes.
Oh, it's fantastic, dude.
Meat does taste good. I went to a steakhouse the other night. That was hard.
I'm
That
sure.
was hard. So, as you know, it's been quite a few weeks since the last Coffee with Kendall episode, and we were doing lots of fun stuff. Latin America tour, which was so great. Played in Brazil, Argentina, Monterrey, and Mexico City. So a short little jaunt, but man, that was a lot of flying and a lot of moving bags around. And we also did the Telehit Festival, which looked a little something like this. That's it, Sports Pass. That was fun. It's rock and roll. So right here, my ear covered out like the batteries come out of the ear pack. I was trying to. But you know what? They're all holding their phones. So they couldn't lift me up.
Oh, how times have changed.
Oh, how times have changed. I would have even taken a grope, But seriously, with the phones, you can't, there's no groping, no lifting.
Wow.
What's going on, guys?
I don't know, dude, but I realized that a lot of kids, like, okay, honestly,
I like it.
I know you guys are musicians and everything, but, like, wouldn't it be nice to have kids actually going to concerts
To watch the show?
versus...
Here's what I don't get. Every time I take a video or a picture, I never watch it. Like, I might show one friend, but wouldn't you rather be present in the actual
I
show?
do this at concerts. I go,
Yeah, like a quick photo.
yeah, I don't want to be that guy. If I'm gonna, I can't, I can't preach and then be the guy at the show holding up the phone. So,
My point is, when are you really going to watch that back if that's
Never.
matters? I mean, maybe super fans will.
I definitely don't go and watch back concerts that I've been to, that's
but
for
it's
sure.
better to suck in the experience of being there and just, like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've been hearing his voice. It's so great to have him.
Is he
Hi,
God?
guys.
Is he God?
He's God.
He's God.
Yes.
You hear his voice, but you can't see it.
You didn't hear it from me. But
I didn't say it personally, but it's a great title.
I'm so excited to have him actually on Coffee with Kendall. Really just excited to make him a coffee. I can't guarantee the quality of it today.
Is it almond milk?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. There's no sweetener in it because it's kind of sweet. So I just, just
Okay.
enjoy it. What?
No, keep going.
Oh.
Okay.
This?
Making motions with his
Oh,
hands over here.
Oh, before we go, I want to make sure this is working. So GoPro needs to seriously work on
Us.
work for us. And then you know what? Maybe Charlie, when we switch over to this, maybe to turn this one over
Yeah.
towards us. All right. Anyway, now that we've gotten the technical difficulties figured out, please join me in welcoming the one and only James Maslow. Right over here, my friend.
What's up, buddy?
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Hi, guys.
Have a
Which
seat.
one are we looking at?
Right here. We're in the
This guy?
GoPro at the moment. Yes.
What up, everybody? I'm so excited for a coffee right now.
Enjoy. Cheers.
Buddy. Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Welcome.
How long ago did you guys meet?
Oh, that's good.
8 or 9 years ago.
It's been almost a decade. A decade of friendship.
Don't remind me.
Wow.
We're getting old.
I mean, is this you guys?
That's us.
Oh, look at that. Wow. Oh, my lordy. Do you remember that tank?
Was that
That's from that
I'm
party.
an ass?
That Alpha Sigma Sigma. So I threw a party. Threw a massive party at my house. When was this? Right after we wrapped, I think, the last season. Or maybe it was one of the seasons we wrapped. And it was literally a fraternity-based party. We had a huge banner. We converted my house into Alpha Sigma Sigma.
Ass.
Welcome to the house of
Ass.
Alpha Sigma Sigma. Read into it as you will.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't need to be anything specific.
That tank, my boys from San Diego, my buddy Elon, made a tank for a bunch of us that said, I'm an Alpha Sigma Sigma man on the front. And on the back, it said, now shake that Alpha Sigma Sigma. that's pretty good.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
A lot of innuendo there.
You know what? You take the bro out of San Diego, but
Yeah, I get that.
San Diego's like bro town, right?
I mean, it is. It's military-based town. It's by the beach. We grew up surfing, skating.
You go to PB, hit up one of the bars.
PB's good times.
You know,
PB's
get
good times.
get some margaritas.
Had a lot of margaritas in PB.
I'm sure. Shots of tequila.
Oh, my lordy.
Yes. When's the last time you were back in San Diego?
Not too terribly long ago. A few weeks. Yeah, I'm trying to make a point of getting down there, and just, some of my best friends in the world live down there. We try and meet up every once in a while. So
It's a nice place.
I have a question. You
Nice.
guys have like great hair right now. I think you both look fantastic.
Great
I think
hair?
you age- Yeah, I think you
I
age well.
appreciate it.
Both.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's grown up. It's getting longer.
But
Yeah, mine too.
you know,
We switch haircuts.
Dude, I love this.
This is
This
Isn't it nice when it's short?
It's
What do you think
wonderful.
about that?
Look at that.
How long? was it?
How long was it? Maybe 5 years?
That was that Better With You tour?
Yeah,
Yeah,
about 5 years.
yeah. I mean,
Damn, I hate putting timelines on things like
You
this.
aged well, both.
It just seems. I like the things we take care of each other, and ourselves.
yes, we take care of each other. No, but you know what? It seems like in music, the evolution of the hair is a common thing. I've realized this. Like, if the guys from Guns N' Roses look back on their life,
Yeah.
they would be embarrassed too. You know?
Everyone.
Well, it's kind of nice though because you can tell an era. I can tell like what season of the show we filmed by what haircut.
Depending on what hair. I remember the last season is when I went full up.
Full up.
Yes, the ski slope.
Do you remember season 1? How long our hair was?
Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember the first photo shoot we did with Nickelodeon when we took our pants down and we're in our boxers? Do you remember that?
Remember how a lot of photos that were never supposed to get out from that shoot happened to get out from that shoot?
Yeah, I remember that there was a lot of pictures that were supposed to be somewhat private and or never seen by the general public.
Like, hey, just do this shot because, if it's not good or appropriate or flattering, we'll never release it. And then all of a sudden it was released.
They were all released.
Yeah, they were.
I wonder who did that.
Look at that. You look good there.
Yeah, this is more recent.
It looks more recent.
This is this house.
That's right there in the studio.
It's like, what, 6 months? Is that really
Yes.
is that really
So
that long?
so I was talking about this.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. I was talking about
It's
this.
pretty bad.
The song that we did on one of the last Coffee with Kendall, somebody asked about something like that, collaboration with James or something. I was like, yeah, we tried, and I was trying to be, graceful with my words, but basically I was just saying that the song didn't turn out so well.
We created something that was exceptionally bad.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll play it for you later, Charlie.
I blocked it out of my memory.
Yeah. It just
You can't always write a hit. You just can't.
Of course
You
not.
go through a lot of bad songs to find good ones.
But it's so funny that you're like, okay, it was exceptionally bad.
Yeah.
that's what I kind of said when I was talking about it. It just wasn't. Oh, it was when Jordan was here, and she was saying like, "Have you seen the guys?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, James and I we worked on a song, and needless to say, it wasn't great.
We'll do better next time.
We'll do better next time."
Only because I don't think we can do much more.
And 6 months in between, not cool.
Not cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame that on James.
I'm gonna blame that on me too.
Hey, so what have you been up to? I know you released a new song. Who knows? New video.
Yeah.
New video, and we have it here. I want to show it to the people.
Right on. Love that. Here we go.
Lying in your bed.
Ooh. Very excited.
So it's playing. They can hear it. We can't.
Oh, nice. Video's talking over it.
Yes, I mean actually we're gonna do some commentary.
It's fantastic.
Oh.
There we go. Fantastic. Yeah, very excited about that. Finally just had to,
Here we go. Do a
scrape
picture.
together picture. I had to just
There we are.
get to this. I've done a bunch of cover stuff over the years, and I've done a charity video, which actually, Cry Acoustic just won the Spotlight Award, humanitarian award recently, which is very cool.
That was for
Cry Acoustic, which was technically my first video.
what was the organization that I can't remember?
with Mission Safer,
Mission
which is an organization on the board of that's combating human trafficking and sex trafficking.
Oh, that's cool.
So I was very, very proud of that. That's why I did it as the first video. But this is the first kind of official video off my album, How I Like It. And you, of all people, know how hard it is to just get anything done.
What are you talking about?
Independently.
Everything is on time in my world.
Yeah, super easy. Money just, appears out of nowhere to fund these things.
Yeah, it was like it comes in the same as it did, quite a few years ago.
Yeah, we can still just go to a big label and go, hey, we need $100,000 for a video.
Yeah,
And then
to
it
go
just
film
happens.
and do stupid stuff in Hawaii.
I think it looks great.
We should do that again.
We should do that again.
I think this video.
The video does look great. And
Yeah,
so I have a question.
thank you.
Was it shot in color and then turned to black and white, or was
Yeah.
it shot in monochromatic?
No, we shot everything, and I try and shoot in RAW, and my DP, David Sherbrooke, is amazing.
Mhm.
So always have the option of how monochromatic you want to go, if you want to kind of seep in sepia tones. We talked about all this. We had a few different versions. But we lit it specifically for black and white, which I've been learning the more I shoot my own stuff, is quite different if you want to shoot something that lives in color.
So I want to know how was she lip singing or was she singing along? How was her vocals when she was filming?
She was, I wouldn't say she's going to be the next big pop star, but, she can do okay.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if she was actually singing, because like when you film videos, we learn this.
You have to sing.
You have to sing as if
Yeah.
you were singing.
But
it.
if you're not a singer, it's awkward. So she was kind of lip singing her own thing. She'd have her earbuds in and then press play, so she'd actually have the song going.
Mhm.
But it worked out.
Dude, I love it. I think it's great, and I noticed you got some nice bottles of whiskey next to you. Which when a girl does this to you,
That's
you just gotta drink.
yeah.
Drink.
Usually a tequila guy, but whiskey's for those lonely, cold nights.
Yes, when your girl does you wrong.
Does you dirty.
And of course she goes and ends up with a guy with bleach blonde hair. Like
Well, she
Of
couldn't end up with a
course.
guy who looks like me. That might be a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, but
it's just like, you know what? And I'm not saying his hair's great, but I'm saying in the context of a
Great guy.
video.
well, yeah, that's the whole
In the
thing.
context
We're
of the video-
By the way, videos telling a story, even if it's a song that we wrote, you're still acting in a video. At
Yeah.
least that's the way I've always looked at it. The way that I'm going to continue to do my music videos. They're like short films.
So can we
Please don't
expect
read into
more?
this too much. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like you, constantly creating new music, some more of that. But also, I've got plenty of other songs that I want to do.
Any new videos for off the record that you're gonna off the recent record, How I Like It, that you're gonna do?
Yeah, so I'm kind of toiling between the next video. I have a remix of How I Like It that my buddy Eugene Ugorski did, and it's unbelievable.
Awesome.
It's really, really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I have like mad respect for you guys for going indie and going the extra mile because it's hard. And people don't know that,
Yeah.
but that transition is hard.
I was realizing I don't know if this statistic is accurate, but I was talking to a buddy yesterday talking about Spotify, and it's something crazy. Like only 2% of the people charting on Spotify are independent artists.
Yeah.
Because now labels own so much of the streaming services.
They own a lot of
I
the
wonder
they own a lot
why.
of the
Playlists
playlists
and
too.
stuff like
Even
that.
even the
so
ones
the
that
labels
are
are putting only their artists on these playlists.
Which I want to say, like, I've been like super, like, I have great friends in Spotify, and so I'm like, dude, please keep it musical.
But they won't anymore because they've sold off huge chunks of the companies to labels.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. I was really happy to see you performing at the iHeart thing, because look, I love the dudes from One Direction. Those guys are really great, and this is not calling them out at all. But to have 3 of a 5-member band performing at the same show, all with #1 singles, just seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
It
That's how
doesn't.
big that machine became.
It just seems crazy to me, and it's not that I don't think they should be doing that. I'm just saying the reason that those award shows are kind of sketchy is because they don't ever have new people. It's
Yeah.
usually the same people. And
then the new people are just heavily funded bands.
Yeah, by the same people.
Shout out to Macklemore for doing it independently. And
Macklemore's the man.
Crushed it, yeah. I mean, he's
like,
but
he waited 12 years. I wanted to know that. It took
Right.
him 12 years to like.
Kendall's
Wow.
He's like, wow.
But I'm talking about bands and heavily, boy bands and such. So I'm playing Jingle Ball.
Uh-huh.
I'm playing LA and I'm playing New York, and literally LA Village is me and 3 other boy bands. Straight up.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much just playing.
Who else is doing it right
Is
now?
that a thing right now? Like to
I think
name
they're
a boy
trying-
an expression.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Why don't we?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why don't we play?
The new hit boy band, I don't know.
Yeah, right. What do you think of the Korean band that just played the AMA?
BTS. First of all, I think they took 2/3 of our acronym, which I'm not cool with. Actually, I was saying that I'm all about music. I'm all about music from all over the world. I think K-pop. It was a matter of time before K-pop happened here.
Mm-hmm.
And
we wrote a K-pop song. Remember 3, 2, 1?
We did, and
really well.
then we did one. Logan and I did one that was going to be on the record, "Rich Girl," that someone ended up purchasing and calling it "Witch Girl," which I think was Shiny. I think did both of them.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shiny. I don't know what they're up to right now, but
They were crushing before. I hope they're still doing well.
But look, I think it's exciting. BTS, they look like they're fantastic dancers.
Mm-hmm.
They're really just conquering everything, and I just think it'll be interesting to see how it translates to every individual country in the world. It seems like
it's gonna evolve.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I don't know.
Well, look, we're getting Latin songs on U.S. radio now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. No, but where there's entire verses that are in Spanish. And I speak a little bit of Spanish, but even for me, it's forcing me to work when I drink.
Most people who are listening to these songs here don't have any idea what.
And that's what's interesting. They're still dancing to music, but they have no idea what they're saying.
But it's the same phenomenon that happened with the Anglo music worldwide. Worldwide you have a lot of population that is listening to music in English, but they don't know what the song's saying.
Well, a lot of people learn. We've had how many fans have we met that said they learned to speak English because of our songs or because of our TV show?
Many.
That was one of their first experiences.
Now exactly.
Oh, wow.
He's great, and because they learned from us, that they probably didn't learn that great of English.
Right? They speak good English.
They speak good English.
They got it good.
They speak English real good.
Real good.
So, we have questions later, right? Okay, we have questions later. So this is one of my favorite parts, and this is what we like to call Yuma's. You ready? He's ready. Yuma's dish of the day.
Wow.
As you can
By
see.
the way, you have made Yuma look way more slim in that drawing than Yuma is in real life.
Hey,
Be
be nice to my pig, man.
I'm being nice to your pig. Clearly,
No,
your generosity for your pig's
No,
diet
you know
is-
what? This is.
He has a good. Look at that. She looks so slim.
Does not look anything like the Yuma that I know.
Yeah, well, just wait. You're about to see her.
Look at those eyelashes.
Is Yuma vegetarian?
She is.
Yeah.
She is vegetarian because
Is
I
that
think if
natural?
she ate meat, it would be. No, they
Haven't you fed her bacon?
No, I didn't.
feel like you have.
No,
I know this for a fact.
Dustin did. Dustin fed her a piece of pork sausage.
Fed a pig.
Wow.
Pig.
And she
Justin
ate it-
made Yuma
A cannibal.
cannibal.
She ate
That's
it willingly.
Wow.
Who doesn't eat bacon willingly? You don't anymore. Wow. Actually, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not gonna lie. I
So
like
how about this?
television.
Turn your chair this way,
Okay.
towards this window here.
Then I might need another cup of coffee.
Yes.
I'm not gonna
But we're gonna have many.
lie. Am I being boxed out?
Yeah, you're gonna sit here.
Oh, she's coming up.
And what do we have? The picture of what she's eating?
What?
Some beautiful. We have vegan lemon bars.
Is that okay to feed? I guess you feed a pig anything,
Anything.
including bacon.
Anything.
Dude,
Let me
you
get-
watch,
Here,
Songs
you
of
take
the
this. I'm
Lambs?
gonna get this GoPro back to working order so we can get nice and close.
Look at that bars.
I'm disappointed with you, GoPro. Update, please. All right, so go ahead and open up
Where's
that
the
window there,
GoPro 38. What do we
and
got
you can just feed her with the fork too. She's totally cool.
Yuma. Is she okay?
Here, knock on the
Yuma.
lid right there. Yuma, come. There she is.
How do you call a pig? We have. Oh my lordy! Someone has gotten quite large. Hi, Yuma. Hi. Do you want some
You can literally use the fork like a person. She's pretty good.
All right. How do we like this? You want both pieces at once, Yuma? There we go. I know you will. Oh, there it is. This is awesome and absurd all at the same time. Here you go, Yuma.
So she seems to like vegan lemon bars.
I mean, they smell like they're just pure sugar.
Yeah.
Delicious. Oh. Look at it. Wag your tail and everything high. Okay, yes, let's get more.
She can be, when you have food in the area, she can be quite intense.
Oh,
She's being really
we're
calm with
spilling.
you. Look at her,
Got a
she's
good
smiling.
Got a good bond. Pretty exciting.
Let's see if
and
she'll
it
come up.
smells delicious.
See if she'll come up a little higher. Come on. Come up here.
Come up a little more. Let's come up over here. I wonder if I could possibly convince you to come any closer. Oh, food. Come a little closer.
Come on.
Come here. Come here. Get your big foot up on the thingy too. Come here.
She's like, you know what?
You can do it. Back foot up. Back foot up. Back foot up.
Yeah.
She stretches out.
I don't know how
She
much
doesn't
more-
understand the
There it is.
concept
There
of
it
it.
is.
Hey,
Can she
almost.
do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely she can. She just doesn't understand the concept of moving your back feet closer
Yeah. She just
before you.
She's just getting further away because the back feet are sliding. There it is. Come here. Come here. Good.
So is this? Have you ever done anything like this before?
Have I fed lemon? What is this? Lemon pie?
Lemon bars
Vegan
Vegan
lemon
lemon
bars
bars.
to a pig. No,
through a
not,
window? No.
not in a while, but it's nice. You do that. Sip my coffee while we're doing this. We're just hanging out here. You and I having some breakfast. Totally cash. Totally comfortable. Just get that up there. There we go. All right, we got a couple of pieces
Yeah, a
here.
couple more pieces, and then
Oh, now she's up. There we go.
You know what's interesting? She's so mellow with you.
yeah, she's really calm with you. Normally not like
I
that.
think that's about it. We're good friends. We've got a bond. All right, well, we've pretty much done it. We're done good, Yuma.
Thanks, Yuma.
Thank you.
Bye, Yuma. We love you, Yuma.
She's gonna clean up the
Oh,
pieces.
good girl.
She's
Good
like a
girl.
vacuum. All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining us.
How cute was that?
All right.
Dude, that was super mellow.
Don't worry
She
about
know
here.
my
You can
crazy?
just you can.
Here.
Yeah. Oh, here.
Nappy can. Gracias.
Mm-hmm. Ah, that was great. She was really calm today.
Does she usually get crazy? And
Well, she'll be like, "Rah!" I mean, like a
Most of
pig.
the
Think
time,
about
she-
like,
yeah.
yeah. Think
oh,
about.
she'd act like a pig?
Yeah.
Normally, she's scary as hell.
People are. She's really sweet, right? I'm like, oh, yeah.
Scary as
You know,
hell.
sometimes.
Sometimes it depends on the day. Well, that was fun. I love that. You know what? We have some questions, some fan questions since we did that.
I feel a little more awake after the coffee.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Look at that question.
What's that question? Most embarrassing song on your playlist? Right now? I always feel bad answering this question because it's somebody's song. It's like an artist's song. So I used to be like, oh, Party in the USA, Miley Cyrus. And I'm like, okay, then she's a world-renowned superstar.
Yeah, it's not really that embarrassing.
Not that embarrassing.
She's
It's a great
super
song.
successful and famous,
Yeah.
and it's a great
Like
song.
that song changed your whole career, but
Yeah.
I definitely listened to it back in the day.
Most embarrassing song. Well, I got one on. So Kendall Schmidt, Spotify only has the one song I did independently, which was my Christmas song, "Blame It on the Mistletoe." On my Spotify page, and do me a favor, don't go listen to it. There's a song called "I Can Sing" by someone who is not me.
How does that happen?
Oh, dude, it happens.
They just like,
Yeah.
what's it?
And it's a children's song.
Can we talk about Spotify a little bit? Like, can we help some independent brothers out? You know what I mean? Don't put another artist on our playlist. Like, it's tough enough to get
Yeah.
regular plays with our songs.
Yeah, like this is literally like it's like I can sing, I can sing. It's a children's song.
Wow.
Yeah, and look,
So somebody's listening to your playlist, like,
and this is the messed up part is that when you put it next to "Blame It on the Mistletoe," which is a Christmas song, you're like, oh, I can see like how that
kind
may
of go together.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, I mean, not at all, but in a way, I can see how like the jolliness of my Christmas song and then the jolliness of this song. But I don't even think it's Kendall Schmidt. It's not even the artist's name is not even the same. So something is going on, and I need to get a hold of Spotify and fix it. So that's the
On that,
most
we're on
embarrassing
that.
song on my playlist.
Great.
Yeah.
And like I said, don't go listen to it.
Yeah, right? Watch that song's got more
Next
plays
question.
than any of them.
What do you? Well, first of all, James, does this apply to you? What do you want to get underneath your Christmas tree?
All right. You know what? Yes. I can have a Hanukkah bush. All right, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's
So
cheery.
James is Jewish, guys, so he doesn't
Okay.
have Christmas. A Hanukkah bush applies.
Hanukkah bush is a Christmas tree named the Hanukkah bush.
Now we're like amongst friends. Have you see Friends, huh?
Yeah. Friends
with
with
the Hanukkah armadillo. Have you seen
Oh,
that?
I don't remember that. Hanukkah.
It's other generation, Charlie.
Oh my
No,
God.
I like Friends, but I don't have any.
No
idea
idea.
what it's
Dude.
Anyways, back to us.
Yeah, back to us.
No, so by the way, my mom is Catholic. So even though I was raised Jewish, I celebrated Christmas as well growing up. And my sister's was raised Catholic. So I actually love Christmas. I think it's my favorite time of year, just the
Mhm.
holiday time.
It's jolly time.
And even, look, I'm not super religious in that I don't go to temple every week. I don't celebrate every high holiday. So I don't know. I think there's a good chance that when I have kids, 30, 45 years in the future, we may very well have a nice Christmas tree and do that as well. We might celebrate everything.
You know what? I think that's a good way to put it because for instance, Mika's family, they have a very, I don't want to say traditional Christmas. It's not like they all gather around the tree and do carols, but presents and a beautiful tree that they go and they find that they go and she tracks down, she calls it the Charlie Brown tree. So they go and track down the one that no one would want, which is kind of cool. But in Vermont, you can do this because there's Christmas trees everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a beautiful white Christmas and lovely. So like in Kansas, we mostly just had frozen, it was like ice storms.
Huh.
So it wasn't very beautiful. It was more like a lot of broken limbs and like on the trees and everything. It's kind of dreary,
Just
sad.
It's a sad time.
And then I was joking, like I usually got like sports athletic equipment for
That's
Christmas,
great.
which was great. But
Yeah.
I also kind of wanted, Batman
Toy.
and
Of
toys
course.
and things like that.
Oh,
So
that's a
what do
good...
you want under your?
So what do I want under my tree now?
Oh, was that the question?
Yeah,
We were
was
gonna
sorry.
answer the question.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, what do we want this year? What do you want, bud? Do you want a Batman still?
I still want a Batman figurine, guys. No, I don't. By the way, I love you guys. I don't know if you still get superhero stuff and gift bags, things like that.
Oh, like fan gifts?
I love the fan gifts, but I
Sometimes.
don't need any more Spider-Man stuff. I love you guys. Please, no more Spider-Man.
You know what I
stuff.
did get that was kind of cool though? A while ago, and I still have it. It's actually because I just moved back into my house in Venice, and I had like temporary art up until no rush, but until I actually finish it. But one thing I found is it was like one of the original Batmans that some fan a long time ago gave to me. It's actually really cool because it's probably worth
figurine?
something cool. No, original comics.
Oh wow!
And so it's framed and actually
That's
have
nice.
it hanging, which is pretty dope.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think I got a first edition Spider-Man one time. Look, if it's collectible, sure.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. No, I was thinking about doing a thing like rather than gifts, like doing like a donation page for something.
I think that's great. I love how Facebook does that now. You can dedicate your birthday to a cause, and
I
instead
like
of
that.
asking people, they can donate for just that. It's pretty cool.
Facebook's thinking ahead. I like that a lot. So underneath the Christmas tree, I don't know. I don't really want gifts anymore.
I want $1 million.
$1 million. If you
$1
guys can
million?
put $1 million under the Christmas tree, that'd be really great.
Yeah, like I wouldn't mind a Lamborghini. Like if you're rolling like that,
As long as I don't have to pay for the taxes on it. Because if someone gives you a Lamborghini, you still got to cover the tax.
I mean the brakes are expensive, but I'm just saying though, if you front the first $250,000, I'll cover the other part.
Yeah.
If you're rolling like that, you can give stuff like that.
By any
I'm cool
means.
with it. You can buy me whatever you want.
Is
If you
it
can't
gold?
quite get to that, don't even spend money. Other than on music.
Gold's fine.
Gold's okay.
Yeah.
Just a big box of gold.
Or diamond.
And now you're getting greedy.
If you
Alright, gold
were
would
to
be fine.
have, I would personally rather have gold than diamonds. That's just me. So
Which one's more valuable? I have no idea. Just
Well,
like pound for pound, probably diamond.
gold is diamonds.
yeah,
diamonds are
okay.
useful for cutting things, other than just being pretty. Gold is like in all of our electronics, so I think that might be more valuable. That's my own personal opinion. You guys heard it here first, talking about some real interesting stuff. Next question. What's the most embarrassing stage experience you guys have ever had? We're like looking at each other like, oh man.
Which one do we start with?
James actually has had so many times where he would either hit his head. Remember?
I got beat up.
You got pretty
I got
beat
beat
up.
up.
He'd scrape his knee.
I still have a scar on one. Which leg is it? Remember that last tour before we
Lift it up here.
Can you see this?
Right
This-
here?
This scar?
Oh, that's a chunk, dude. Look, you can see that
Yeah,
on
you can see-
camera.
yeah, it's a big ass scar. It was we were playing I want to say Milwaukee.
Oh, was it the trampoline?
Remember before, it was 2 days before we can go to Latin America. Or before we were going to go home. Yeah, no, 2 days before we were going to go to Latin America. And so we were playing arenas and amphitheaters, and we had a 3-story stage. So that big of a stage fits in an arena. Like, that's fine. But they didn't want to have us have 2 days off because every day you take off costs the tour money. So they squeezed us into this 1,500-seat place in Milwaukee.
The Fox Theater or something like that.
Yeah, where our 3-story stage had barely freaking fit. But not only this way as well. So long story short, we used to have trampolines to jump onto this gnarly 5-foot, 4-foot platform just to get onto the front of the stage. No room for the trampolines. So we did 18 songs and then go to the encore, and just so exhausted with no trampoline to jump up. I remember jumping up and my foot just going and slipping, and on the edge of that, it sliced my shin straight open.
See, I was so lucky that I couldn't do acrobatics because
sit on it, get on.
But you know what I would do? I would go full out when it came to height. I would really try to get way up there because there was a final jump, and when we first started doing it, we jumped in the thing and then go down to the stage, which hurt so bad. So we ended up putting a landing pad of some foam,
knees and ankles.
But then I was like, you know what? Every time I don't do mini acrobatics on the thing, so at the end I'm gonna jump as high as I can and do what I used to do, and I would do aggressive rollerblading, a mute.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah,
kind of something
that one.
Dude, and
like
as
that.
you get older,
Something like that.
It gets different, right?
Well, it's one thing to jump up and down. I don't know. I'm still doing fine in terms of like knees and elbows so far. But 27.
Oh wait, like a couple of years. It's gonna get super
Great, looking forward to it.
It's not gonna get.
No, but remember, so our stage. I know people liked it from the audience, but when we think back, we had this huge trampoline in the middle of it. I don't know how they ever let us do this with insurance. We'd have to clear.
Very dangerous. No, seriously, very dangerous.
We'd be jumping from over here, clear a 4-foot gap, hit a trampoline, clear another 4 to 6 foot gap.
With no padding.
No pads, no sharp metal corners. Like this corner. Can you see this? No, you can't. Well, think about a corner and it's metal. Great.
Kind of like this corner right here.
See how I did that? A little sharper. But no, seriously, think about it. Thank God nobody ever got hurt other than that little thing.
Carlos got a scraped knee, but one I remember was at the Gibson Amphitheater. You came off stage, and the rest in peace, Gibson Amphitheater. But you came off stage and you walked right into the screen in the back of the stage. It was like pop, and he was like, "Who put that there?"
It wasn't supposed to be there. It really, really wasn't.
It was hilarious,
and you could see. And
for me, it was funny.
Yeah, it wasn't funny for me.
Yeah.
No, but I remember that because, when you're doing a tour, like, you expect everything to be where it is. And, like, our crew and our groups were amazing. But I remember seeing all the backstage guys, like the guys who actually ring everything, just look at each other like, oh, shit, so getting fired.
Yeah. It was those shows were incredibly dangerous, actually. Like, no joke.
How much, like, the insurance for, like, touring with a boy band?
Oh, God.
I think it's
it was a lot more expensive when you put a 3-story stage and fucking trampolines.
Yeah, it was really.
But it should be something expensive, right? Like I've never thought about it in my life. This is the first time ever.
I have no idea. I mean, look,
we didn't ever deal with that.
Well, even doing, like our tours we do now, I have to have an umbrella policy for everything, and it's not cheap.
Another question. Yeah, fortunately enough, you can get that stuff for pretty cheap. Like, full coverage.
If you had a time machine, where would you like to go? Which era?
I feel like the 40s and the 50s, like the 50s, like after World War II when things started to calm down.
Yeah,
not the 40s,
especially for me.
The 50s when things started to calm down, and everything was like more. There was a lot of progress, after World War II, and like everything calmed and then progress. I feel like the 50s would have been super cool, Anytime in between a depression or a war,
right?
The early 20s, like the swinging 20s, like that would have been cool, I think. Partly because I just wanted to dress up like that.
I'm kind of just thinking from a business perspective, like, can I just go back? Would we be the same age as we are now when we go back?
Like let's just say you stepped in the time machine like you are.
I want to just go back to like maybe even the 2000s, you know what I'm saying? And just learn a lot, understand the stock market, make some money, have some property, sell it all before 2008, invest back into the stock market.
Exactly. I would have invested in
back.
3D printing,
Oh my lord.
Dude, super easy.
Google,
1995,
Apple,
you go to Google,
Facebook.
You're set.
yeah, I would have gone to Bitcoin in 2014.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just hit
like-
9,000 today. By the way, I just watched a whole
Oh,
documentary
man.
on 9,000. I just watched a whole documentary on Bitcoin.
How much different would it be if we just money wasn't an issue?
In general,
Yeah.
It'd be pretty different. Like I was thinking about that. Like if it just was based upon your skill,
Oh,
you know, and
it
like
really isn't. That drives me crazy every day when I think about it.
it's everything is money, man. And the thing is, the problem is just the people who control it are no good. You know, I saw a
That's
tweet.
right.
Someone the other day was asking me about what I thought about Mexican politics. That was in Ask Kendall Schmidt. They were like, "What do you think about Mexican politics?" And I was like,
Wow.
first of all, not gonna get into it.
Super
if-
loaded question.
But if I had to
Yeah.
answer, it was all politics are jacked up in all countries. I don't think anyone's got it right. I don't
Yeah.
think that anyone can say we are perfectly for the people and everyone is taken care of. That's just
I think
that's
that
not
in
true.
some places it's more obvious that it's corrupt.
Yeah.
Whereas like here, I think a lot of people go, oh, maybe it's not because it's not that obvious.
They're just really good at hiding it.
But that's a good analysis. It's more obvious.
Yeah.
It's not that it's more or less.
It's all corrupt. Just some are more
It's
obvious.
just more obvious. Yeah.
And to what degree? I mean, it could be worse here.
Completely. Like, side note, dude, I was having this conversation with this governor in Veracruz,
Casual.
in Mexico. Think about this.
Name drop.
Dude,
Almost governor.
dude, I don't care. His name is Duarte. It's all good.
Yeah.
Like, but this guy,
What's up, Governor Duarte?
is he in jail?
Never mind.
I hope so. He's the guy. Think about this. In the continent, like in the whole continent, he's the politician that have stolen the
Biggest
Most
amount
amount
of
of
money.
money.
Wow.
And he's a governor from a state.
But why don't people figure this stuff out? Like, when you do that stuff, even in like a somewhat corrupt country, you're gonna go to jail. So, like,
Yeah.
is it worth it?
Well,
being
there's a lot of
stupid
these
rich
people.
for,
A
like,
lot of
5
these people
years?
are immune. You know, if you can if you can just take out a bunch of reporters and whoever's going to do it. Look, we weren't going to get into politics here,
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
but all I'm saying is it's jacked up everywhere. Next
We're gonna spend
question.
the next 45
Next
minutes
question.
talking about Trump. Get ready.
Here we go. Get ready. What's the biggest thing each of you want to accomplish?
Ooh.
Wow, that's tough.
Be a politician.
Yeah, right.
Be a politician.
Really want to be the president.
To say, I remember like you know what isn't like part of my answers anymore. Like I don't want to say biggest thing I want to accomplish. I'd like to have a platinum record. Like if that came along with being successful in music, that'd be great. But that's not my
You
motivation.
know, though, we're in an era where it's not necessarily required. You know, you can tour without having that level of success. You can even be on the radio. So it's different. You know what I've always considered success for me in my future. So I guess ultimately this is the biggest thing that I want to accomplish is to have the freedom as an artist to play music when and where I want and do films.
Fair enough.
Which ones I want when I want.
Fair enough.
Because most artists don't have that freedom. Even now, you and I have to look at like, oh, what markets can we go to that makes sense financially? Is going to lose money. Whereas if you become large enough, become big enough, you can basically say, nope, I want to play Australia, do an Asian tour, do a Latin American tour.
Yeah.
So to me, that's the level of success, the biggest thing that I want to accomplish.
It's changed a lot for me because I also want to do a lot in other business.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be in like music is great, but it's a tough gig. And I would love for that to be something that I can put only passion into and not have to think about it in a financial way.
For money, yeah.
Like I want to do other business. Like that's actually a big accomplishment for me would be to be successful in not just music, but to be successful in other
Sure.
avenues of business, different ideas. You know, I always have these ideas. I'm like, you know, I have all these ideas.
Man, just so many ideas.
So many ideas, but like, but really, like, I would like to do eventually just other stuff. You know, I would like to do something good for the world too.
Sure.
And I know that sounds super cliche, but like, there's so much to be fixed that could be done better. And I think
what
that
feels better than being able to help someone out, genuinely.
yeah,
Like,
help
when you do
someone or
something-
help the future generation be able to enjoy something the way it should be. You know, so don't use LED bulbs in your front yard.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm not going to change.
That's cool.
Last question. What was the first impression of each other? Total douche. No, for real. Actually, they
He's like kind of kidding, kind of not.
no, these guys. Well, upon them all three in a group. They already had the gig, and so I was
Yeah.
meeting them from sort of a
You had a cast on, didn't you? Did you have a broken arm?
broken hand
Broken hand.
from being too cool.
What did you punch something?
Nope,
Alrighty.
nope.
Let's not talk about
I got in a fight with the wall once.
From being too cool.
Wall
Once.
1, Kendall 0.
Yeah, once. And you know what? This is the thing about lessons. They're for learning. You know?
Real talk with Kendall
And
Schmidt.
Mic drop.
mic drop.
Boom.
But these guys showed up, and I thought, first of all, I knew Logan kind of, so I just was happy to see a familiar face. And then, other than that, I thought they were all cool, and I actually felt super cool when they all thought that I was cool. That was like,
None of us thought that. Kidding. No, it was also, well, look, it was also defining. We had been through so many different rounds of auditioning with other people. We even shot a whole freaking pilot before Kendall. So I think all of us were just so psyched to have him come in and kind of complete the band and the package so that we could move forward with this thing that we had been trying to put together forever.
you know,
So
I like to be the final part of a
I
package.
completely-
but it worked out well, you know?
I think it was great, and honestly, I think the thing that one thing I love about you the most is your humor. It's sick and twisted as it may be.
Totally PC all the time.
It's
Complex.
James is very politically correct.
Always.
But
Never
his humor, he's a super funny guy. I'm sure anyone watching knows that already. But like that always used to make me laugh. And besides that, like sometimes you get dealt some weird cards if you get in a group or whatever. We really all genuinely liked each
We were
other.
so lucky.
As much as like we got on each other's nerves.
Have fights and of course tiffs like brothers, you know what I mean? Like you're always going to get in arguments about stupid things.
Yeah.
But we got to hang out with, you know, some guys from NSYNC and Backstreet and all these other big boy bands, and we would just hear these horror stories.
Mhm.
But like there's always one, or always. We really just had a good time most of the time.
Yeah, everyone was great. Everyone was great except Carlos.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
That would be the running thing.
We all loved each other, and it was just we got so lucky. We got so lucky, honestly, and
You
to
did.
still be friends
You
to
did.
this day.
Yes, that's the after boy band period. It's rare that the boys still friends.
Like,
We
look,
gotta do something. I mean, the four of us are so busy building our own individual careers. I know it's easy to like get too caught up in it. We gotta all four of us get together soon and do
so just so you know, the main question that people wanted to know was reunion.
reunion. We'll have a reunion
Questions.
dinner and drinks
Yes,
very soon, I'm sure.
beverages.
Reunion bevies.
BTR, big time.
Russians, white Russians.
White Russians.
Can't really drink milk. We do almond
Yeah.
milk. They're also not really big into vodka. We'll just do tequila shots.
What was that?
Basically
Oh,
white.
I didn't see that.
Um,
Okay, so James, your socials.
just at James Maslow, across the board, Instagram, Facebooks, Twitters, Spotify. Spotify's a big one.
Will you grab
Yeah.
behind there? There's records. Would you grab one? I want to give James a present,
Not you. Tell me about this. I'm excited
Yes.
about it.
and also want to mention that because it's Cyber Monday,
Cyber Monday.
the records are still on sale on the website, Toll Booth Records shop.
How sick is this, dude?
Cyber
Thank
Monday.
you very much, bud. This is
Here,
so
check this out. This is my favorite part. Gotta
You
do
just
that.
opened my present.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, bro.
Would have been a collector's item. Now it's ruined.
There's more.
Do you want another one?
Now you get to sign it. So now you get.
Look at that.
Oh, that's so badass. Did you pay extra to get it? Like
Yep.
double-sided and everything.
It was so
Guys,
expensive
this is
to make
super
that we can't sell
Yeah.
it.
Thank you very much.
Dude, you're welcome.
Appreciate
Of course.
it. I really do want you to sign when we're done. This is a great.
I
photo.
will. I will.
You can almost see he belted it.
Yes, almost.
This is awesome, guys. Go. What's the website to get on?
The Toll Booth Records shop. You can just go to the Toll Booth Record, or you can find it. It's at my in my bio on Instagram. But dude, the records are great and they sound awesome. I had them mastered specifically for vinyl, so they sound
How sick is that?
really nice. Really nice. Thank you guys all for tuning in. This was
Nice performances.
Oh, yeah, are you doing- wait, oh, you're doing Jingle Ball.
I'm doing Jingle Ball. I'll be playing the Village stage December 1, which is a lot of fun. That's actually free. So even though it's sold out inside, we're outside of the forum and anybody can come. And then December.
Can I come?
You can go. December 4th, I'm doing a charity concert at Madison Square Garden, which is a lot of fun.
Super cool.
Called
That's
One Night with
amazing.
the Stars. And then December 8th, we'll be back doing the pre-show for Jingle Ball at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Remember that one? We've played
I
there
do.
before.
I do.
And then we'll be presenting at MSG. So
Wow,
a lot
man.
of stuff coming up.
Memories. Isn't that crazy? That's how I felt when we were playing the Sports Palace at that Telehit Festival.
Dude, every time you go to a venue, you play before, you're like, wow.
And I feel like the old guy who's like, yep,
Reminiscing.
back in my day, we were playing the sold out 2 shows. Like,
It's crazy now seeing like these boy bands that are coming up as huge fans. You know what I mean? I'm just they're so much younger, but I don't feel that old. But the more that I talk like this, the more I'm like, shit.
yeah, getting old. 27. I'm there now. I'm there.
27.
Man,
It's been not 30 yet.
it's been great. And this is what you have to do is keep doing stuff like this. This is why I do Coffee with Kendall, is to first of all have friends come by and hang out, but just to stay busy and do fun stuff and to talk with you guys watching, because that's what it's all about. We're approachable.
My God, what if I steal your idea, but make it like tequila with James? And we do yours on Monday mornings, mine on Friday nights.
Yeah, I'll be there, first guest.
You want to come?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm
Let's
there.
do it.
Tequila with James. See you guys.
Bye,
Thanks
guys.
for tuning in. Bye-bye. See ya.
Got a one-way ticket, tell me now, do you wanna go all the way? Do ya? I got a one-way ticket, fuck a vacation. You got the best damn face I've ever known. I got a one-way ticket, tell me now, do you wanna go all the way? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go?